Hey guys, we got something exciting going on this week. For the first time in over 30 years, I am adding to my LJN WWF Wrestling Superstars collection. So we broke out the book, and we're going to write down when I got it, and we're going to show you what it is this week on Federation Nation. Alright guys, welcome to Federation Nation. I am Anthony, this is Collectors Entertainment Network, and this is a very special episode indeed. We are going to add something to my WWF Wrestling Superstars collection for the first time in over 30 years, and we're going to put it in the book. But before we get into that, guys, I'd like to ask you, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please comment down below. Let me know your WWF Wrestling Superstars memories. Please share this video with anyone you think may like it as well. And please give this video a like because that helps a lot too. Also, go on over to Facebook and join the Federation Nation Facebook group. Start showing off your vintage WWF collections, and especially I'd love to see your LJN collections. All right, guys, we got all that out of the way. This is a momentous occasion. So, a few weeks ago, I bought something off eBay. Haven't gotten to make a video yet because life and craziness, and I wanted to be able to do it right. So, I bought something off of eBay, and it's the first Wrestling Superstars item I have gotten in over 30 years. If you've watched the videos before of Federation Nation where I've gone over all my LJN Wrestling Superstars, I've showed you every one I had, and all of them were from my childhood. So the only figures that I'm missing are Short-Haired Andre and the entire 1989 line. Never got any of them. Now, also, the red shirt and the white shirt Hogan, which I guess are 88 lines. I always include them in the 89 line, but I guess they're really actually 88 line. So, all right. So besides Short-Haired Andre, the two Hogans and all the 89s, everything else I have. Now, I don't have all the variants. Like, I don't have every single Kirchner. I have the Kirchner I had as a kid. I do have both SD Jones because I bought both SD Jones as a kid. But those are the figures that I have, and those, like I said, were the figures that I don't have. I'm also missing some posters and cards, and that's the things I want to do to finish out the collection. I want to have all the figures, obviously, and I want to have all the posters and cards. So, this is a pretty special moment because we're going to add to the Wrestling Superstars collection. But first, if you haven't seen it already, this is my wrestling book. And this is my book from when I was a kid. And what I've got in here are basically all of my old wrestling cards. So let me just randomly look. Here you go. Wrestling from Madison Square Garden, October 5th, 1989. And here are all the matches. And then, of course, I'd write it, and then I would eventually write who won. So that is what most of this book is. It's all my old wrestling cards that I would make for my federation. But at the very beginning of the book, there's 2 pages. They're already coming out because it's been so long. And this are my Got 1 and Got 2 pages. So let's look at Got 1, which is kind of crazy. And I do actually have the word Got written on there. And this is basically me writing when I got, and sometimes where I got, all my figures. And also some other things like Volkoff won the DiBiase January 25th, 1988. And TB is Thumb Bendy because Thumb Bendy had like their own little division within my federation. TB Sheik and Stud won TB tag team belts January 7th, 1988. It's funny because I had Sheik and Stud tag teaming in the Bendy Federation, and I had them tag teaming in the regular Federation. I didn't really tag Sheik and Volkoff. I guess that was my way of like doing my own thing. I made Sheik and Stud together. We've also got here SD Jones and Piper won tag team belts January 7th, 1988. So there are some other things, but mostly what it is is when I got things. Here you go, Macho Man, right? February 2nd, 1988, and it says GEN. That means Genovese. It was like a drugstore, similar to like a CVS or a Walgreens, but this was a drugstore kind of up in New York, Northeast. I don't know if you guys had them. Bob Orton, February 17th, 1988. It says in California, because I was in California at the time, and I actually picked up an LJN over there. Elizabeth, May 6th, 1988. And of course, it goes on and on and on. But obviously, this got crazy. So now we have got 2, which is where I got some other things. This is whited out, so I don't know what it says under there. But look, I've got, Wrestlemania game for Nintendo, April 18th, 1989. But I also got Slick, I got Slick when I got Super Mario Brothers 2. That's what it was. June 22nd, 1989. Harley Race, July 3rd, 1989. So that is that. Now, there's obviously space on here that I could add what I'm getting today and anything I get in the future, but I don't want to do that. So I kind of want, this book is like a time capsule or a snapshot in time. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to add to this paper, right? So I figured, well, I've got some figures I want to get. I've got the posters and cards I want to get, all things I can write down. And there's also some magazines that I've gotten that I actually have the dates for that I didn't write in it. I don't know if you guys watch From the Pages. I back then used to write in it. I can't as a grown-up bring myself to do that, but I still would like a record of it. So I decided I'll just make a 3rd page, a Got 3. It could be added to the book, but it also could be taken out of the book because this book is a time capsule of when I was a kid. So again, I don't want to add onto the actual paper that I had at the time. So I've got it right here. I've already ripped out a nice brand new piece of notebook paper. I've got this just so I can write on it. So you're going to be with me while we make it. Let's see. I'll probably just do a big Got right in the middle and Got 3, right? Bigger, better, better. Should I put that? Maybe. All right. So Got, and then Roman numeral 3. There you go. There is Got 3. And we're going to add all the things from anything I pick up from this point forward and then stick it in the book. But you guys are probably wondering, what did I pick up? Well, I picked it up on September 7th, or I ordered it off eBay and it got delivered on September 7th. All right, guys, the suspense is killing you, I know. So let's get into it. It's not a card. It's not a poster. It's actually a figure. It's a figure I never had as a kid. My friends had them as a kid, but I didn't have this particular one as a kid, and you'll know what I mean in a second. So I got this on September 7th of 2023, and we're going to write that down. But what is it? It is short-haired Andre the Giant. Yes, I finally have short-haired Andre the Giant. I can't now say when I show people my my figure collection, oh, these are all the figures I had as a kid. These are all the figures I had as a kid. I haven't bought any recently. These are the ones I played with as a kid. Not this guy. He was not the one I had as a kid. I got him off eBay on September 7th, 2023. Now, when I got him, and in the pictures, he was completely scuffed up. But scuffed up with, like, other paint on him. If you look, his... You know, he's got some loss there. I mean, it's always going to happen. Some loss there. But his trunks are good. Just a little loss on the thing. Trunks are good. The smile is there. A little loss on the hair, right? But as far as paint loss, he was fine. As far as, like, dirty, filthy, he was fine. He just had a bunch of, like, you know, someone drop kicking him. And I just took him. I took some soap, warm water, all that stuff. Just washed him up. Took a little bit of a rag, like, just a face cloth rag, scrubbed it a bit. And I got most of them off. This is some, I don't know if you could see it. There it is. That I think is permanent. That is just going to be there. It's like a stain on it. It looks like some old 90s, gel pen stain on it. Nothing you can do about it. But other than that, I got most of the scuff marks off. And he was pretty scuffed up. But, again, that's easy to get off. You can't replace the paint, but it's easy to get off, when other wrestlers' paint got on him. So there's Andre. Finally have short-haired Andre the Giant. So, you guys with me? We're just going to put him down for a second. Here we go. Where should we put it? I don't know. You know what? Because it's kicking it off, let's do it right at the top. We're going to write short-haired Andre. And we're going to write 9/7/23. And we're going to put eBay. Because back in the day, I used to write the stores I got them. And technically, that's the store I got them. So, here we go. Short-haired Andre 9/7/23 eBay. The first edition to Got 3. Now, again, I told you I had some magazines that I've picked up, and I do have the dates for them just because they're in my eBay, and I've gotten them for a while. So I'm probably going to go, and I'm probably going to do a little, like, magazine section down here in the corner, which I just list the, the month and year, what the magazine is, and then put the date. And I'll probably just do that here. And then I'll also fill up all the spots, because I definitely, the 89 figures and the 2 Hogans, those are expensive. Those might take me a while. But I do want to pick up the posters and the cards that I'm missing. Because, sometimes, some of the figures I got as a kid, I got secondhand from other kids in the neighborhood. And they didn't have the posters and cards. They didn't have a book like me. They didn't take care of them. They just bought them out of the package, boom, wrestled with them. They weren't as crazy as me, that if you look at my old posters, I literally took the sticker off, and most of the time I'd have to put a little piece of tape on the back, and I'd stick the sticker on my poster. I was crazy as a kid, as is obvious by the book, and that I still have it. But we're not going to get into all that. We're going to talk about, look, Got 3, short-haired Andre. Again, we're going to add to it throughout the next months and probably years to come. All right, guys, I guess that's it for this. I just wanted to show you my newest and first addition to the WWF LJN Wrestling Superstars in over 30 years. I'd say probably the last thing I got was probably sometime in 1989, so we're talking 34 years. That's crazy. All right, guys, but that's going to do it for this week. Guys, go ahead down below, comment below. I want to know your WWF Wrestling Superstars memories. Just tell me all your Superstars memories or whatever the ones that stick out to you. I would love to read them. Guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like and share this video with anyone you think may like it as well. And go on over to Facebook and join the Federation Nation Facebook group and show off your vintage WWF collections. And especially right now, show off your vintage LJN Wrestling Superstars. I would love to see them. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. We've got 3, short-haired Andre the Giant, the wrestling book, all here on Federation Nation. And until next time, guys, have a good one.